Hey there, welcome back. We're going to have some fun creating some regular n-gons today and looking at the relationship between a regular n-gon and pi. And to do this, we're going to use the slider tool in GeoGebra to control the number of sides of our polygon. I think you'll find this a interesting construction. So we're going to begin actually by going to labeling and turning off the labeling altogether. So you're going to pick no new objects from the options menu. And then secondly, I'm going to turn off the snapping to the grid. It's not really necessary, but I'd like to do that. Okay, that's really all we need to do before we get started. What I want you to do is create a point A to be the origin. So A equals 0, 0. We're going to have a second point B equaling 1, 0. This is going to be the radius of a circle. What we're actually going to do is create a circle and then inscribe our regular n-gon within the circle. This circle will have a radius of 1. So go ahead and underneath the circle button, pick a circle with center through point. And this tool asks you to first click on the center point and then a point on the circle. So if we click on point A first and then on point B, we end up with a circle of radius 1. Now, on your screen, the circle might not fit quite so perfectly. Recall that you can zoom in and zoom out using Command-Shift plus or minus. I'll demonstrate that. Remember that? So get the circle a size that works for you. And then we're going to create a slider using the slider tool. It's by default the second button from the right. And you can click anywhere. I'm going to place my slider over here on the left part of the screen. And let's make this an integer. We'll let n range from 1 to 50. This is n's going to represent the number of sides of my n-gon. And notice it increments by 1. Now, what we're going to do actually, to create a regular polygon, we need 2 consecutive points that are going to represent the side of the regular n-gon. And so we're going to rotate this point B as follows. You go over to the rotation tool. All the transformation tools are underneath this menu. And we're going to pick rotate. The tool works this way. We select the object to rotate, then we click a center point, then we provide an angle of rotation. So I'm going to rotate this point around the center with a measure of 360 divided by n degrees. So take a minute, look at the behavior of this rotation. Right now the point's being rotated 360 degrees, so there are 2 points here, but you only see the one. Now it's being rotated 180 degrees, and so forth, 90. So these 2 points, B and B prime here, are I'm going to use these to construct my regular n-gon. Next we go over here and using the regular polygon tool, I'm going to use those 2 points. It says select 2 points and then enter the number of vertices. So I'll do that. Here's my first point. Here's my second. And the number of vertices is actually going to be n. So right now we have a regular 14 gon. As n gets larger, look what happens to my polygon. As n gets smaller, look at what happens to my polygon. How do I create a square? N is 4. Equilateral. Interesting. Okay, so we have our regular polygon. And now, I think it would be kind of interesting to calculate the area of this polygon. So we're going to use a text tool, create some text here that says the area of the polygon equals. So we pick insert text under this menu. You just click anywhere in the screen, somewhere where there's some white space. So I'll click right here. And you type in what you would like to see on the screen. So I'd like to print that the area of polygon equals, and I'd like to include actually the area of the polygon itself. So you'll notice there's a little pull down menu here called objects. This has a list of all the objects that have been created on the screen so far. And at the very bottom you'll notice poly 1. And poly 1 is the regular polygon that we created. So I'm going to pick poly 1. You'll notice that up here is what I've typed. Down here is how it'll appear on the screen. This looks good to me, so I'll go ahead and click OK. We can move this text around a bit. And then what I'd like to experiment with is dragging in. Notice that the text is dynamic. As n gets larger, the area that's printed here changes as well. And as we get closer to n equaling 50, guess what is happening with that value? It'd be kind of nice if we could see more decimal places than just 2. If you go up here under the options menu, pick rounding. Right now the screen is only illustrating, it's only displaying 2 decimal places of accuracy. If we go down here to about 10, we'll get a little bit better picture. And let's drag this so we can see all of the text. It's kind of nice. Now we don't actually get up to 3.14 like I would like. Something you might do is go under Edit Object Properties and notice that our slider goes up to 50. What if we made this 100 instead? Keep dragging. Oh, so close. This brings up some good questions for class discussion. Some things I'd like you to try is create the sketch on your own and see if you can create a dynamic worksheet from it. You might also explore the perimeter. You might also explore, instead of inscribing the regular polygon inside the circle, what if you circumscribe a regular polygon? These are just some different things to try. Have some fun, and we'll talk to you again soon.